department that from 6 to 9 a.m. more corporate or business people were arriving or walking by the store. After each and every class, you know we have to take some pre-workout, gulp it down, and here I'm building some Ramas Fitness parallettes. I suggest you check them out because they're amazing tools to work out at home with. Now we're starting off with some tuck planche holds in the middle of my living room because, as you know, in these New York City apartments, you don't have much space, but you do what you gotta do. So usually from this tuck planche hold, I try to go into a V-sit and I try to press up into a handstand. Now, this is a move I've been working on for quite some time now, I would say 2 months. I'm finally getting the feel of it, and believe me, I'm gonna get this move in the upcoming week. It is obvious looking back at this video that my shoulder strength is not there yet. So I'm gonna be focusing on my weaknesses. I suggest you guys do that too in your training. To cope with this lack of shoulder strength, obviously I'm doing some swivel planche push-ups on these high parallettes, so I'm really getting that full range of motion, and it's a very challenging exercise that it's definitely going to help me in the shoulder press. Another staple exercise that you need to be implementing if you want to get the handstand press up is the pike push-ups. These are amazing, especially on a high bar. Moving on to the next day, which is Friday, we are hitting up East Williamsburg to train at the Brooklyn Zoo. Now, this is probably one of my favorite days to train because we're training freestyle. I don't usually have the opportunity to train freestyle because East Williamsburg is pretty far from my house, but I have built a freestyle bar pretty close to my house, but the weather has been pretty ass lately, so definitely expect some more freestyle videos coming up. Since I've been working on my mobility lately, I've been trying out cool stuff like the dislocated grip. Now, obviously that was a pretty bad attempt because I didn't go high enough. Here I'm catching the 360 and then I'm trying to swing into a dislocated grip. As you see here, I failed to catch it and I get stopped by a fellow freestyler and he's gonna try to teach me how to get this move. It's alright, you know, sometimes we fail and I wasn't really feeling this move, so I followed it up with an X grip 360 attempt. First try bad, second try bad, third time is always the charm. Boom. It's gonna take some time, but I'm definitely gonna be consistent with this type of training to get on this level. Let's go. Moving on to Saturday, I did not get enough sleep the night before because I took pre-workout pretty late in the night, but we're warming up with 10 pull-ups because today is front lever day. Now, front lever is one of the most taxing days for me because it is very challenging. I'm trying to drop some weight so I could hold these movements longer, but we're starting off with a halfway negative. We're not dropping on the halfway point, we're taking that full negative and going slowly all the way through the movement. This is the first set, so I regress to the halfway frog hold just to make sure my back, my lats, and my core are warmed up. Here I was working out with two of my best friends and I'm teaching them how to do the tuck front lever. Obviously they do not train the front lever, but they have to start somewhere, so I'm telling them to go tuck negative. It is still hard for them because the front lever is a very demanding move, as I said in the beginning. So we start off with some slow negatives just to get a feel of that position. Following this, I go into one of my best progressions, which is the straddle front lever. However, last week I was doing full front lever negative, so you really have to listen to your body and do what you feel is hardest for you during that day. Obviously, I know I can do better, but during that day, I wasn't feeling it, so I regressed and I focused on my form. I just did what felt healthy. After all those front lever negatives, we move on to tuck front lever pull-ups. One of my favorite exercises to do to keep that arm size, because you know if you train skills, you're gonna lose some size. You're gonna gain a lot of strength, but you're gonna lose some size. Now I was trying to make my friends do something similar to the tuck front lever pull-ups. I first suggested the reverse deadlift pull-up, but that didn't work out. So I told them to get into the chair position, do a pull-up first with the 5-second dead hang, hold 5 seconds over the bar, drop down with that chair position and hold for 5 seconds. This was a killer exercise for them and a good beginning step to the front lever. I moved on to some light banded front lever raises, really trying to engage my scapula and squeeze my core to get a feel for that full front lever raise. We finished off with a max out tuck front lever. I think I held this for 12 seconds, but I was completely drained after. So this was a successful front lever day. Now let's move on to the worst part of the week, and all my Cali athletes know the worst part of the week is leg day. I always train legs at home with my 45-pound kettle. I superset this with some hollow body weighted holds just to get a feel for that front lever, to get my front lever better. Here I'm holding the 45-pound kettle over my head with the hollow body position. This is a very challenging hold, but I definitely felt stronger even in my legs with this exercise. Single arm kettlebell squats are also very effective in developing your quads and your side abs. After the typical leg day routine, I mess around on the parallettes, I work on my V-sit, and actually today I tried for tuck Victorian for the first time. And to be honest, it did not feel that bad. That's usually what typical week of calisthenics training looks like in New York City. And guys, I always try to progress each and every week. As you see here today, the day I'm recording this, I got the handstand press up. I didn't balance at the end, but I locked out my elbows, which I'm very happy about. I'm trying to be fully transparent with you guys about calisthenics training. Obviously, it is not all sunshine and rainbows. You see that I'm not getting all the moves I want to get, but I'm really starting to feel that I'm getting to that point where all these moves and all these freestyle stuff and everything in between is starting to click. It's just a matter of time and patience. If you are discouraged, I don't think you are because you're watching my channel, but if you are, I would just suggest to keep it going, keep working out, because it's going to come. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the crate.